My first thought was, what is happening here? This is not a plane. This is not a drone. What is this thing exploding in the sky?
Many questionable events have been trending on the internet. These scenes are not only shocking, they would also make you doubt everything you felt you knew about reality. These strange glitches caught on camera have left numerous people startled. From the sky, quakes to alien encounters, and even strange objects found in the sky that would blow your mind. Join us as we delve into shocking videos that are shaking the internet. Terrifying, mysterious sounds. Humanity's evolution over the decades has been remarkable in the medical, technological, and industrial fields. It seems as though it all happened a bit too fast. However, despite these significant advancements and knowledge garnered over the years, there are still quite a few things that science still needs to explain. We don't know many things about the Earth that we live on. In June 2023, an internet user captured something spine-chilling on camera at her home in West Virginia. She heard something that sounded like the sky was breaking apart and came out to find out what it was. According to her, the sound was neither an airplane nor a rocket. Could it be a dragon? Or did someone mess with Godzilla and he had come for revenge? Whatever the sound was, her house was shaking badly. The sound seemed to come from the sky and had this metallic ring. The scarier part is that this strange phenomenon has been occurring repeatedly lately, yet very little is known about it. People have come up to try and explain this and have come up with a series of theories, ranging from secret underground tunnel systems to geological phenomena and, sometimes, unidentified objects in the sky. If it were just the metallic sounds, maybe experts would have found answers. However, sometimes we get to hear different sounds, so the experts need clarification, scratching their heads as to what exactly the phenomenon is. A completely different sound was heard in Guadalajara, Mexico, in 2020. It sounded like a loud, booming noise, followed by a humming sound in the distance. Whatever it was distinct enough to bother the dogs in that area and get them barking and howling. The very creepy thing about this particular sound is that it seemed to be coming from the sky and, simultaneously, from the ground. This raises the general question of what is causing the sound. The experts have no answer to it because they have no idea what's causing it. Unidentified objects. From Volcano, in August 2013, a CCTV camera captured something jaw-dropping while facing one of the numerous volcanoes in Mexico. What the camera captured looked like a fleet of unidentified objects flying out of the volcano in an orderly fashion. It didn't seem like it was man-made. Some people are already expressing their doubts, believing it to be some form of extraterrestrial life. If this is true in any way, then it would mean that some extraterrestrial activities are happening deep within our planet and have been happening for a while. It might be acceptable to explain that these objects are using volcanoes as entrances and exits, but the question is, where are they going? More importantly, where are they from? And what are they? Orbs? Aliens? Spacecrafts? No one knows, and even science has no answers. People saw another strange spherical object skimming across the water's surface. Perhaps some answers could have been gotten, and the tension would have even eased once and for all if they got their hands on the orb-like object. However, answers don't seem to be forthcoming, because something bizarre happened at that very moment. The object suddenly disappeared into the water, leaving the people astounded. It was as if it had a mind of its own. The question is, what exactly is going on? Could there be a hidden world beneath ours, just as you see in the myths and legends of Agartha and other mystical places? It could explain the strange phenomena in the sky and inside the water. Mysterious substance falling from the sky. If you go to a beach during the summer and watch the summer rain build up, you'll appreciate the work of nature because of its sheer beauty when contrasted with the blue ocean. However, despite the beauty, kids get scared when they hear the terrifying claps of thunder and see the blinding light of lightning. Nature is beautiful nonetheless. But what happens when nature begins to act in unusual ways? The rainfall that has always been beautiful has suddenly turned into a rather confusing phenomenon. It turned into something odd that has creeped people out and left them scratching their heads, trying to unravel the mystery that the rain brought with it. Watching the raindrops fall on cars and other objects on the street, people noticed a mysterious jelly-like substance or white, wet dust falling from the sky. Now, why would such a substance fall together with the rain? It's a question yet to be answered because nobody has an answer. In December 2023, a man found this white jelly-like substance on the glass of a car. In an attempt to clean it up, the substance left something astonishing on the glass. It had the colors of the rainbow. The puzzling thing is that only some substances left such a trail. People refused to believe it when he published it, so he went out and made a video, but this time on a different car, and guess what? The phenomenon repeated itself. The man had no idea what the possible cause of this strange sight was. He made the video and posted it online. Unsurprisingly, the video gathered a lot of attention and speculation started flying around. Some people suggested that the phenomenon could result from pollution from car exhaust, but this suggestion was quickly dismissed because the car is an electric one. Hence, there's just no way it could cause pollution. Others thought it resulted from pollution from the surrounding environment and the atmosphere. Others alluded to the reason being acid rain, which is simply impossible because if it were acid rain, it would affect other things in the environment. That was not all. A similar phenomenon occurred in Malaga, Spain. After a downpour of rain, what is usually left behind is pure rainwater and a dense but pleasant atmosphere since the heat is reduced. But that was different from what happened in Mexico. After the rain stopped falling, what was left, instead of water, was white foam. This strange phenomenon will raise eyebrows and turn heads wherever it happens. To date, there is no explanation for the bizarre sight. Foam after rain. Where did it come from, and how did it form in a place just moments ago covered with rainwater? The authorities always try to find ways to calm the public down when things happen without explanation. This time, the official report was that the foam-like substance resulted from soap or a cleaning substance. This explanation would have cleared the air, except that was the first and last explanation. And no action was taken against the person or people who supposedly committed the act. So the only explanation remains no explanation. Whatever caused that strange thing was very different from the explanation. The rain mystery hasn't stopped yet. In Florida, after a downpour, a lady came out to check her plants. What she saw was confusing. She approached her green plants, which had turned a bit silver-like, like someone had painted them. It was simply too strange because when rain falls, the natural thing to do is to cleanse the plants of dirt. It washes the plants. However, this time, it seemed to have come with a spray can to do some painting. And when it finished, the green plants had turned silver. And it wasn't just one plant, but all the plants in the area. No one knows what was in the rain. However, as always, different theories surfaced. Some even said that the Simpsons had predicted the phenomenon. Monster footprints in the snow. It's barely 2 months into 2024, and the year is already one of the strangest, with unbelievable sights appearing at different locations, causing people to question their knowledge of the world. These strange incidents began in the United States and left people completely confused. Ever heard stories of monsters at night? Well, maybe they weren't just stories after all. These incidents began in Oakville, Tennessee, a town of approximately 40,000 people. The town is shrouded in dense forests and historic buildings. It's like a perfect setting for a horror movie, but horror movies are about to get real. Jessica Crow was returning from work at 4 a.m. when she stumbled upon something that would make anybody's blood pump faster. She captured the strange sight on camera, which turned out to be bizarre monster-like footprints. It looked like a mister had decided to go on a casual stroll and ended up at her house. Intrigued, but creeped out, she started recording and found that the prints came from her shed and went to the neighbor's house. She followed to find out where the prints came from and where they went, but then she discovered something shocking. The prints did not go by the side of the house. Rather, it looked like whatever it was had jumped from the back of the house directly to the front and disappeared. Some people have said that it was probably just some person playing a practical joke by wearing monster slippers. However, it does not explain how the footprints eerily disappeared, but things are about to get darker. Jessica has a CCTV camera at the front of her house, so it should be easy enough to figure out who or what left the strange footprints. However, upon checking the camera, she found something that would make anyone's blood run cold. Nothing. Her camera picked up no activity that could explain the bizarre sight. One moment, the place was covered in clean white snow, and the next, there were eerie footprints all over the place. What makes the whole deal even scarier is the fact that other internet users have also attested to seeing similar things around their homes. One user who also lives in Tennessee said that she found similar footprints on her roof 3 days ago, but just the night before, there were other prints adjacent to the original ones, mirroring them perfectly. Now, it is extremely strange that different people witness similar things about footprints, but what is creepier is that all the prints lead nowhere. They all disappeared into nothing. Have you ever heard of a monster under your bed? One user stated that he found the prints leading up to his bedroom window. Now, that's extremely creepy. It almost gives life to the stories of monsters creeping underneath one's bed. With all these accounts, it seems like some humanoid creature lurks around people's houses in Tennessee. But the monster footprints go beyond Tennessee, all the way to Kentucky. Another user had also captured similar prints on camera, just next to his home in Albany, when he came out to feed his dog. He posted the video online, but some people discredited it and said they were mere footprints of a bear. Some other people still suggested that it was a prank by someone wearing monster slippers. However, the footprints showed up again the next day. This time, the user decided that he was going to trace the prints to wherever they came from. However, no video has been posted by him ever since, so we still have yet to learn what or who left the prints. They don't look like bunny tracks, and if they're not bear tracks, then what could have possibly left them? Skinwalkers and demon creatures. Several people worldwide have supposedly seen creatures like skinwalkers and demon creatures, like the ones seen in the movie The Predator. In some cases, the mysterious creature is called Glimmer. One of the most believable stories shared about this creature was by Davis Pose in his documentary. The story was initially told in a book by Stephen Young titled Predators in the Woods. It was in September 2010 when a young woman in Ohio went out hunting in the woods at 5:30 in the evening. Suddenly, all the noise in the woods stopped, and the woods went completely silent as though no life form existed in it. The woman saw what looked like a cloaked figure, like the ones you see in the movie The Predator. There's also a recent picture posted by a couple traveling in Paraguay. When the picture was taken, they didn't see anything unusual in it. However, internet users noticed something odd in the picture's background after publishing it. The couple had decided to stop at the Pilcomayo River to take a picture of the stunning scenery. And in the picture's background, just the river, internet users spotted a large, translucent humanoid figure. It immediately sparked reactions across the internet, and some people started saying that the figure was an authentic gray alien. But that's not all. One of the most spine-chilling sightings ever was recorded in 1997 in Emerson County. A father and son decided to go into the woods. What happened next was completely unexpected. In the video they uploaded, even though it's old, it's still clear enough for us to see a translucent humanoid figure walking through the woods. Another video footage from a security guard in Disneyland captured what looked like a transparent humanoid walking through multiple cameras. It begins from the haunted house up to the gate. If we zoom in on the video, it looks like an invisible human who can pass through walls, and we can see its outline. So what could this be? A ghost? Is the Glimmer Man something entirely different? Suppose you're willing to pursue this topic. In that case, you'll find more video and pictorial evidence suggesting that there might be some sort of invisible predator, which might even be of extraterrestrial origin. Are we living in a digital simulation or in real life? This question has been asked before. A series of bizarre events have led many to question the authenticity of the Earth we call home. Video games have come a long way, and it's surprising that simple pixel designs can create jaw-dropping virtual worlds. Technology has advanced to the point where it is becoming increasingly difficult to differentiate between games and real life. It is simply dumbfounding to think that the time will come when we might not be able to tell a virtual stimulus from real life. And it's scary. Just imagine putting on a VR headset and being unable to tell if you're in your house or playing a game. It's commendable, but scary. These troubling thoughts make us wonder if we're not already in a digital simulation built by an advanced civilization. Since this topic became popular in 1999 with the airing of the movie The Matrix, many people have started cooking up very strange theories. If indeed the simulation hypothesis turned out to be true and we're living in a simulation, then it would have unfathomable implications for our understanding of reality, consciousness, and what it means to be human. Now, while many people discredit these theories, some videos may alter your perspective of things in no small way. In a viral video, some people were in a car and saw something completely unnatural, something that was beyond human comprehension, and even today, there is still no logical explanation for it. What did they see? A flying tree. How would you react if you suddenly saw a tree in the sky? In another video, something strange happened, leaving the viewers squinting and trying to find the culprit. A man was holding a cat in a shopping mall. While holding the cat, something happened that would leave many confused for a long time. It seemed like an invisible force pulled one of his fingers backward. Even watching the video in slow motion doesn't explain what happened. Some internet users believe it's probably a muscle cramp in the hand. Others believe it could be related to paranormal activity or a glitch in the simulation. An internet user who usually posts vlog-type videos with his friends or family was doing a TikTok in one of his videos when something completely unbelievable happened. In the video, a hand reaches for his shoulder, but nobody is behind him. After being posted, the video garnered millions of views and thousands of comments. While some people unsurprisingly believe that someone was hiding behind him and had a hand on his shoulder, others strongly believe that it's a glitch in the Matrix. Those who support the idea that it was a real person hiding behind the poster believe it to be his wife, who wasn't seen in the video. Not only did the hand go unnoticed by everyone in the room, but the poster, in another video, confirmed that only 3 were in the room: he, his brother, and his daughter. The mysterious glitches don't just occur at home, they have also been witnessed at the office. A certain Rainey Lemire was at the office with a coworker, and they were both typing on the computer. Rainey got up and threw a notepad across the room, expecting it to land on a desk nearby, but what happened after that was simply bewildering. It left her and the internet completely baffled. Instead of landing on the desk as expected, the notepad simply disappeared into thin air. Dumbfounded, Rainey later posted the video online and, as expected, amassed many viewers. Many internet users, having seen the video, tried to find a good explanation. Some suggested that the notepad probably landed on the other notepads next to the air conditioning. However, some other people stated that it was the first time. According to them, they had witnessed something like that before. One explained that he once dropped an entire bowl of cereal and watched it drop with his friend. However, there was nothing on the ground. What made the situation even weirder than it already was that it wasn't just one person who claimed to have witnessed something like that. Loads of other people have witnessed it in their lifetimes. If the video is zoomed in, you can see that the notepad did not land on the spot next to the air conditioning. It looks like it disappeared into thin air. What exactly is going on? Is there a logical explanation for these? Or is it really a glitch in the Matrix, which is an alternate universe portal? As to whether we are living in a simulation, it's hard to say, as the theory is as hard to disprove as it is to prove. 2020 research authored by David Kipping, an astronomer at Columbia University, found that the odds of us living in a base reality are 50-50, with the odds only slightly in favor of our universe not being simulated. Ghosts? Shadowy figures, or what? Ever heard of a haunted house? A place filled with ghosts and supernatural creatures that exist to hunt the people that move into the house? Imagine being woken up from your peaceful sleep in the middle of the night by a sound and feeling that something is watching you. But upon waking up, you find nothing. And just when you sigh in relief about going back to bed, you see a dark figure standing next to your bed and staring right at you. Even worse, imagine an invisible creature scaring someone out of his house. It sounds far-fetched and impossible, right? It's what you'd expect to see in a horror movie. Well, happened. In some cultures, these scary, shadowy figures are believed to exist and are known to some people as jinn or simply shadow people. According to these cultures, the shadow person lurks in the dark, and their intentions are never pure. Dino Nuggets had a rather scary encounter with one of these features when he moved to his new home. He kept hearing the never-ending noise in the basement. The unlikable events continued until even his dog began to behave abnormally. and show signs of fear at night, indicating that something was wrong. Seeing his dog's strange behavior, if Dino Nuggets hadn't believed these shadowy figures existed before, he had no doubts now. He became scared and freaked out completely. Since he could still stay in the house and maintain his calm to a certain extent, he did what anyone in his position would do. He started researching for ways to get rid of this nightmare. He bought a few items to protect himself from this evil being. In a rather brave move, Dino used a save to try to cleanse his home, and while in the process, he finally captured a glimpse of the shadowy figure with its two glimmering eyes staring right at him. In subsequent days, the figure seemed to be getting closer every time it appeared, and it started making bold moves like dropping spoons off the kitchen cabinet. As things only seemed to be getting worse and the djinn slowly advanced towards him, Dino Nuggets finally decided that it was time for him to move out of the house. Before then, he captured one eerie video where it looks like a demonic face is smiling in the darkness just behind his heating system. Whatever was going on there didn't look good, and before Kong, Dino Nuggets moved out of the house. What are your thoughts about these videos making waves on the internet? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to see more videos.